Hey neighbors and my fellow holy smokers, this is Christian Smith. I am the leader of the Holy Smoke, Cigars, and Spirituality movement and the pastor of the faith community of Atlanta. And I am just so appreciative to you for tuning in to our first episode 0, called Pandemic Proof Theology. This is not the way we intended on starting, but the entire world has been impacted by the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. So we decided to pull together some people from our brilliant cast to talk about this topic because it's affecting everybody across the globe. So call your friends, your family. If you smoke cigars, light up a cigar, pour a drink, and enjoy this conversation with us as we unpack what it means to have pandemic-proof theology, if that's a thing in and of itself. I'll see you when this episode is over.
Hey everybody, welcome to Holy Smokes. This was not supposed to be our first episode, but in light of the coronavirus pandemic and how it's affecting everybody, we decided we would do an emergency first episode. As you can see, these guys are already being silly.
No, dog.
What?
I'm not finna let you do that. The Lord did this. And I want you to give God the glory. Don't put that on like it was. I don't know how this happened. This is the Lord's doing, and it's glorious. So.
Listen.
Stay on the phone. He wants all of it.
He wants all of it, dog.
Yeah.
Give it all to him.
Give it all today.
We're doing what we can to try to respond to what's going on in our community. We're going to ask Grayson to not rub his hands in the microphone. Lord, help us. I don't know what to do with these
Hand
guys.
sanitizer.
This is a demonstration of good
Social
Christ-like
sanitizer,
behavior.
Right. So we're at a undisclosed location. We're semi-outdoors, so you might hear some birds and some cars and stuff. But our normal filming location, Highland Cigar Company, shout out to Highland Cigar, all the employees there who have taken care of us. Thank you so much. They had to shut down for this time frame. So we just came together and decided we wanted to talk about this whole pandemic crisis and how it's affecting everybody, particularly in our churches. So what I want to do is, first of all, lay out the ground rules of Holy Smokes. It's very simple, that we respect each other's lived experience. That's real simple, especially in times like this where people have different theologies, different doctrines that they live by, but somebody's lived experience will trump your doctrine and your dogma any day of the week.
Again.
Somebody's lived experience will trump your doctrine and your dogma any day of the week. Every time I use that word, I feel some kind of way, but I don't know of another word that makes more sense right there. Supersede. There we go.
All right.
Well, no, I think supersede.
No, that's a normal word.
Yeah.
No,
So
put the dollar in.
so that you understand what Grayson just did. We got a dollar jar right here. The dollar jar is because we have a lot of brainy people on this cast, right? So this is a portion of the cast. We have 3 other people who come be with us today. That's Greg DeLoach, Nikki Hardeman, and Karima Green. So, we tend to throw out some words every now and then that maybe not everybody can pick up on.
Isn't it funny that the ladies were like, listen, we can't make it today in the middle of the pandemic.
Listen,
all the guys are like, hey, we coming together. Let's do this.
Yeah, I just pray that my
probably
wife,
had some wisdom.
my wife doesn't kill me.
Well, you'll bring that home.
Exactly. So the dollar jar is about making sure we keep everybody in check with the big words that we use. So if somebody uses a big word that we feel needs to be defined, they got to put $1 in the jar, because we want to make this content that we're doing on Holy Smokes accessible for everybody and not just people with 7 degrees like her Vance.
Right.
So
Was that how we started on?
All 7 of them, Doc. All 7.
Okay. It's a whole thermometer.
I just want to know, are we doing this for the cause of the kingdom, or do we just like smoking and drinking that much that we came together in the pandemic?
I think it's a combination of both.
Oh, yeah.
It's both of them.
All right.
We just
Combination of
want
both.
to talk to y'all, but we also want to talk to one another.
So, a lot of stuff is happening. Churches have had to shut down. But before I do that, let me let y'all get to know the different people on the cast. I've already named the 3 people who couldn't be here today. but I want to allow everybody to introduce themselves. My name is Christian. I'm the pastor of the faith community. I'm the leader of the Holy Smokes movement. And today I'm smoking the Upsetters Zola, which is like one of my new favorite sticks. So it's Jamaican and Nicaraguan. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And then I'm drinking Weller today. So I'm gonna start over here with Tiger, then we're gonna work our way around over to Myron. So Tiger, you got it.
Hello everyone, I'm Tiger Gibson. I do not have a cigar today, but I am drinking coffee with a splash of Douce.
Did you need a cigar right quick?
No, I don't need one.
Okay,
I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Okay.
We got one for you if you
Oh,
want.
I know you do. That's why I didn't bring them, because I knew y'all had it. I come to smoke y'all.
Freeload.
Cigar squatter.
I was like, the two of y'all there, I put mine right back in the crib. My wife was like, you forgot your cigars? I was like, no, I didn't. I know what to do. That's why I'm going to wait till later. You can come right off asking for stuff. You wait till they offer. You need a stick? Well, yeah, I'll take it. Okay. I'm Tiger Gibson.
I'm Grayson Hester. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am the communications director for the faith community.
Yeah.
And I guess by proxy, the Holy Smokes movement. I am not smoking a cigar because in these days, one respiratory infection is enough.
Lord. Oh, God.
Maybe we'll edit that part of it. It's only called Holy Smokes.
Yeah.
Not, holy pandemic.
Any of our sponsors, we do not approve the statements that Grayson just made.
He's responsible for his own shit.
We invite respiratory infections when it comes down to these cigars, so please
There's
don't
going to be a
listen to
quick
them.
cut and then suddenly this chair's empty.
Right.
We don't know what happened.
Where's the guy in the pink?
Pray for him right now. Corona got it.
We had to quarantine him.
We are going to get into so much trouble. Oh, my God. I'm sweating.
Laugh, saints. Just laugh. Laugh is good for the soul.
It is. It's a laugh.
This is not all serious. We've been serious all week. We needed a laugh right quick.
Loosen
I
up.
just want y'all to take note of who's making these jokes.
Come on,
It's
now.
not me. It's not me.
We just want to laugh a little
If
bit.
I'm not mistaken, he did say, I am the leader
That's what he said.
of the Holy Smokes movement.
Yeah, Daddy Grace, you got to take it off.
Did you call him Daddy Grace?
And we're just glad to be in the service one more time. Y'all got to smile a little bit, man. It's been a tough week. Let's get through it.
It has. Grayson finished. Whatever it was you were saying.
No, I think he was finished when he said, I don't smoke.
Yeah, we don't let him say anything after that. I'm just joking. Go ahead, Greg.
I'm drinking Douce out of a red Solo cup because didn't read the email all the way through.
Gotta read the email.
But I do have to say real quick that if I were to gather for the recording of a podcast, I'm glad it is a black-dominated podcast. Because if this were a white podcast, we'd be coughing in each other's faces, not washing our legs. We wouldn't be hand sanitizing. We'd be undercooking the meat. And
I didn't know where you were going with this. I'm not gonna lie. I held my breath. As soon as you said I'm glad this is a black-dominated podcast.
I like it. I like how we're starting this thing
I
off.
feel
This is
safe.
going well.
Wait, did you say
Not washing out
they would not
legs.
wash hands and undercook the meat?
I did say that, yes.
Wow.
And he said they weren't washing their legs.
Is that a thing? Just like a little
Man.
water,
You never heard?
Oh no, I only wash from the belly button.
Wow.
Hey man, this outbreak has put us in such a pure state right
Yeah,
now.
I never knew
It's been pure.
I'm
forever.
glad.
Pure hell?
Oh my God. Okay, correct.
That's my word. That's me checking my privilege. Just
You
saying.
you just choose not to wash your legs?
Don't put that on me,
No, I mean,
Ricky
but like
Bobby.
white people. Is that help me out here? Is that?
So the context here is that Taylor Swift did an interview where she said that she did not wash her legs in the shower because the soap runs down the body, and then by extension,
The legs are washed.
right? Why would we need to wash our legs when we are the bringers of diseases and therefore immune?
I wish y'all could see how our producer is cracking up right now. Like, he cannot contain
And so
himself.
then another great podcast, The Read.
We are learning something new here.
Sorry, which is two queer black people did not have any of that, and so they then asked the question, and then white people, many of them responded. It was like, yeah, I don't use washcloths, I don't wash my legs.
My God.
So if you notice,
We are
white
learning
people
so
smell
much
like
today.
wet dog when it rains.
Oh,
Okay.
man, this is something else.
I know we're
Man.
supposed to talk about some things, but I do have a question.
Go, please, Doctor.
You say I don't use washcloths?
This is-
washcloths?
For many of the Caucasian
Caucasians.
persuasion, that is the case.
So y'all just
This is
shower
really going
gel?
down. All right, stop. Carvance, introduce yourself. Carvance, introduce
Follow the
yourself.
Holy Smokes movement. You didn't lost
This
control.
is going south really fast. Carvance, go.
I am the regulator of the confusion. I try to be as much like God as the old people would say, regulate my troubled mind. Consider me the regulator. I am Kervance Ross, the Kingmaker, and I'm so excited to be here. I think these other introductions have trumped my introduction.
Whoa.
So that's all I got. I'm done.
My name is Myron Randall. I'm just glad to be out of the house.
Oh, sorry.
go ahead. What you
I'm smoking a sweet Maduro. My leader directed me to PD Cigars in Stockbridge. Best hand-rolled Maduro, and I'm drinking my signature Cafe Royale.
Amen.
I got this coffee from Burger King, sponsorship on the way.
King. All right.
Cream, sugar, and this time instead of Hennessy, I'm doing Douce as the contributing executive chaser of this outlook. So
The regulator
yes, the
of the
regulator
kick.
of the coffee. Yes,
There it is.
yes.
You know you special when you say signature.
Not my signature.
Okay.
When
I got
said
it.
That, I was like, Kervance got silk pajamas. You do not say that unless you own a couple of pairs of silk pajamas.
The two-piece set. The two-piece set.
And,
There it is.
and it's got to fit you into his schedule.
Myron Randall. I'm glad to be out of the house. That's all I
Amen.
got. I am smoking Insidious. The father of the Holy Smokes movement gave me this. This is probably a huge cigar, so that's why I'm lit like this. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm drinking too. I'm drinking Weller.
Well,
Little Weller, yeah. It came from the freezer, so it's got a nice little chill to
nice
it.
little chill, yes
Yeah,
sir.
but it warms me up on the inside.
So listen, I would say we're gonna move to more serious matters, but we're a silly group, man. We have fun, we crack jokes. So
Also,
and
to point out the sun is out.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we've been quarantined. It was good being quarantined, when it was kind of gray outside, but not at the sun. It's getting harder and harder out here.
Yeah, I mean, even though with us getting together, this is kind of an extension of quarantine because we're not in no public place. We got
That's true.
So if anybody's wondering, there are less than 10 people here. We assure you, we have 8 people total a part of this entire production. of
Mayor
this.
Keisha Lance Bottoms, we are under the regulations, so
Yes.
we're good.
And shout out to
I
you,
wasn't
Mayor
even
Keisha
scared of
Lance.
her.
You did a good job, girl. You
I wasn't
hold it
scared of
down.
the mayor. I was scared of my wife. She was like, "How many people gonna be over there?" I was like, 7.
But
The
then,
number of
good number.
completion.
That's a good number.
but then you add the Trinity, the 3 persons in one, and suddenly we're at 11, and I don't know what to do.
Oh god.
Look, that mean I got to go.
So
Suddenly Unitarian over here.
all right, y'all shut up for a second. So the reality is a lot of people are in panic mode right now. I mean, this is a really serious situation, and a lot of times we laugh to keep from crying because that's all we can do. Because if we get too caught up in just the constant negative information without any type of reprieve, then some of us can go crazy.
Hey, I told you that was going to be good. Now, to catch the rest of it, I need you to go over to patreon.com/TFC ATL, as in the Faith Community Atlanta. Once again, that's patreon.com/TFCATL to see the rest of this episode and bonus content that you can't get anywhere else on the planet. So go over there and check it out. Tell us your thoughts after you watch the rest of the episode. Also, please do connect with us on Instagram. It's at Holy Smokes Movement, at Holy Smokes Movement. From our Instagram page, you can keep up with our monthly in-person gatherings that we have. If you ever want to come join us in person, also from there, you can shop for some amazing Holy Smokes Cigars and Spirituality apparel, just like the hoodie I'm wearing right now. So go over to our Instagram page, check that stuff out. And then lastly, if you have ideas for a topic you would like for us to cover in the future, or if you just have questions, comments, or concerns, you can email those to holysmokes@thefaithcommunity.org. That's holysmokes@thefaithcommunity.org. Well, I'm Christian Smith once again, and I hope to see you next time on Holy Smokes, Cigars, and Spirituality.